Hi everyone, my name is Alesya, I'm a photographer, and today I'll show you how to retouch a close-up portrait using frequency separation. To work with frequency separation, we'll need to set up the layer separation once, which will take about 10 minutes. After that, you can do it in just a few clicks. This method is suitable not only for retouching skin, but also for smoothing clothes or solid background. There are many different variations of frequency separation and ways to use it. I'll show you frequency separation using 3 layers, working on the middle layer using a brush. This method consists of many steps, but Photoshop allows us to save the same sequence of actions, which we will use now. Also, we'll need the Layers panel. If you don't see it, go to the Window menu and click on Layers. Pay attention to ensure that the layer we're working with is named Background. Otherwise, when you run the operation later, it gives you an error. You can slow down the video speed to keep up with the actions along with me. So we need to go to the Actions window. If you don't have this window open, go to the Window menu and select Actions. Then, in the Actions window, click on Create New Action by clicking the plus sign in the bottom right corner of the window. Enter the name of the action. You can name it whatever you like, so you understand what the separation is for. In this window, you can also assign key for the operation. This is done so that you don't have to search for the operation in the menu, but can simply call it up with a key or key combination. Click on the Record button. All our further actions will be recorded. Let's create 3 copies of our background layer. Right-click on the background layer and select Duplicate Layer. Name the layer High Pass. Make another copy of the layer named Middle Pass and a third one named Low Pass. They should be arranged exactly as shown in the video. Then you need to select the High Pass layer and in the Filter menu choose Others, then High Pass. Here enter a value of 30. For now, just follow along with the numbers I'm saying, and later I'll explain why they are needed and when to change them. Next, in the Image menu, under Adjustment, select Curves. Raise the lower left point of the curve to 64 and lower the upper right point to 192. Set the blending mode for this layer to Linear Light. Next, select the Low Pass layer. Go to the Filter menu, then Blur, and select Gaussian Blur. Enter a value of 90. Select the Middle Pass layer. Again, go to the Filter menu, then Others, and select High Pass. Enter a value of 90. Then go to the Filter menu, select Blur, and choose Gaussian Blur. Enter a value of 30. Next, repeat the adjustment in the curves for this layer. Set the blending mode for this layer to Linear Light. Now, for ease of use, we'll apply a mask to the Middle Pass layer. To do this, at the bottom of the Layers window, click on Layer Mask, and in the Layer Properties, click on Invert. The layer should become black, and the image should become blurred. Next, using the Shift key, select all 3 of our layers, and click on Create a new group in the Layers window. Also, create a mask for the group and invert it. Now, to use our frequency separation, select the Brush tool and choose White color on the palette. Wait, don't draw anything yet. We need to stop recording the action. Now you can start painting over the skin in the areas that need smoothing. It's better to use a soft brush with opacity ranging from 30 to 50%. You can see that the skin texture remains intact. while the unevenness of the light and shadow pattern has been smoothed out. If you like the result, don't forget to give it a like. We've created an operation that's suitable for working with large portraits. However, it will be ineffective for working with more distant shots or close-up portraits. Additionally, this depends on the resolution of your photo. Let's make our operation more versatile. To do this, in the Action window, find the steps for high pass and Gaussian blur and click on the squares to the left of them. Now, when you run the action, the program will ask you for the values you want to choose. Calculating these values is simple. You only need to choose the first number. In our case, it was the number 30. The other values are calculated as follows. The second will be the first value multiplied by 3. The third repeats the second, and the fourth repeats the first. Let's duplicate our operation and name it frequency separation 40. Now create a duplicate of the background layer. Expand the action and find the high pass step. Click on it twice and enter a value of 40. Then for Gaussian blur enter 120. Then set high pass to 120 and Gaussian blur to 40. Now click on the squares again to prevent the program from asking us for values and delete the layer we duplicated. Now, when you run the action, the program will create a separation at 40, which is suitable for very large portraits. In the same way, you can create several actions that you will use most frequently and assign them hotkeys so they are always at your fingertips. I often use sizes 2, 4, 10 and 15. I can visually determine which value suits each case. As for larger sizes, I manually adjust the values. You'll need some practice to get used to it. This processing method is excellent for retouching photos. More precise retouching methods, such as touch and burn, are needed for images that will be printed in very large sizes, such as billboards. In other cases, frequency separation is perfectly suitable. If you feel that the skin is becoming blurred, the issue is not with the method, but with selecting the correct separation radius. Those were numbers we input, as well as the degree of application. Therefore, pay attention to these details. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to write them in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Here I share interesting photoshoots and photography tips.